Hello and welcome to Social Media Weekly episode 31st August. Sorry.
July.
Where the hell is August? There is no August.
31.
While working on Merdeka Summer.
31st July 2018. I'm going to keep everything in. Social Media Weekly is brought to you by Virtual Peddlers Marketing, the digital marketing agency that helps small businesses go digital. This week we have a lot of Facebook. First topic is that Facebook actually saw a record-breaking stock drop that happened over a span of a phone call.
Oh.
And Mr. Zuck got sued by shareholders over this massive share plunge.
I cannot the Zuck.
It's got a new name.
Right.
It's the McDonald's.
And Twitter also lost stock value during their second quarter financial report.
That's not good.
Facebook prepares for an unskippable ads in their stories.
No.
Yep. YouTube adds vertical video adaptability to their web player. And Facebook has 2.5 billion users collectively as of, well, a few days ago. So back to our topic. Facebook saw a record-breaking stock drop that happened over a span of a phone call. This is pretty massive. We think that it's a historical drop, like a crash. 24% of the stock market value dropped right after it announced its second quarter financial results last Wednesday. So to those who cannot see the amount, it's actually equivalent to about 120 billion US dollars. And this happened over the span of 90 minutes. So this is the timeline, right? When Facebook announced the second quarter financials, it lost about 8% of market value. Then Mark Zuckerberg went into an earnings call with shareholders and analysts, and within minutes it went down to 15%, and then to 18%, and then to 24%. Everything happened during the call. In 90 minutes, they lost $120 billion. Just like that.
Sounds like a cat fight. I don't like
I can't imagine this. Like, if I were to own my own business and mine is like in the IPO and shit like that, I'm like, oh my god, my heart would just drop.
It's crazy, right? So this is perhaps the most that the most money this company, well, any single company has lost in 90 minutes ever in the history of all companies in the entire human history. Business Insider said that this loss equals an equivalent of the entire market cap of IBM, which is 140 billion or something like that.
But like, why do you think it happened, like the 24% drop?
Yeah, so why they said there are three reasons why it happened. One is that since the beginning of this year, Facebook has focused a lot on stories rather than their newsfeed, because they've been trying to battle fake news. And when you use newsfeed, most of your news is shared by people. So when you share other people's news, you have to verify whether the news is real or not, which most people don't do. They see something interesting and then they share it, and they only read the title. They don't go beyond the title, right? So all these things happen and it gets out of control. So one of the way Facebook is trying to curb fake news is to move people to consuming stories instead of the news feed. But problem is that the advertisement slots in stories is not as many as in the news feed. Because in the newsfeed, you get to see from the side, you get to see it in the middle, you get the videos, the images. There's so many areas where you can post ads. Whereas stories is just one cell at a time, 1 15-second cell. So because of that, they lost quite a lot of money in the last quarter, the first half of the year actually, because of this. And the second reason is that US dollars saw a decline against foreign currency this year as compared to last year, which they actually made quite a lot of money from the margin, the currency exchange. It may not seem a lot to hedge against a foreign currency for most companies, but if you are Facebook, every cent movement means a lot to your company. And the third one they say is also because Facebook has been paying a lot of attention to privacy and security, something to do also with stories. And actually, we talked about this before, right? Earlier this year, that Mark Zuckerberg came up with an idea to, like a plan to change the algorithm to reduce the reach of brands, and this will temporarily harm the profitability of Facebook for a while, which happened. I don't think he expected it to be that much lah.
24%.
Maybe you expected it, just like, dah lah. It's going to happen.
It's quite scary, 24%.
Yeah, but
So did any of you invested in
no,
Facebook?
no.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna
Not yet.
rebound.
Wait for the graph to go up first.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna rebound very soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's
That's Facebook.
that's Facebook for you.
So
There's more Facebook.
let's talk about the owner Zug. So Zug were accused for making misleading statement about failing to disclose slowing revenue growth, failing operating margins, and declines in active users. Now shareholders are crying for Zug to give up his control of Facebook. Looks like someone has lost trust in Zug.
I think
Not a lot of people have lost
I think
trust.
Mark Zuckerberg has been having that too much control over Facebook, and Facebook has reached a point in time where it needs to shift from a single owner structure to a bureaucracy
multi-owner.
structure,
Yeah.
where you have to have board meetings for every decision made and stuff like that.
Wow.
Don't
This
they?
Facebook movement is going to be super slow if that happens.
Yeah.
Because too many people, too many
I'm actually
opinions.
surprised there's no board meetings for everything that happens. For
Well, because tech startups are structured in such a way that no matter how big you are, right, there always needs to be one person that will direct the company forward. But usually when companies become big, when you have shareholders, when their livelihood depends on what you do with the company, then that is the point where the founder will usually get kicked out of the company.
What happens with Apple also at one point?
Steve Jobs gonna kick out.
Apple, well, Steve Jobs got kicked out at one point in time.
Yeah.
And then,
History is gonna repeat itself.
then he was asked to come back because those guys can't do shit with Apple.
So will this happen for
Yeah.
Facebook?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean,
Looking at what is going on now, the chance are quite
yeah. There are many startup. Well, there are many tech companies who are as big as Facebook, but they still hold a structure where the select few makes all the decision making. Like Apple is the same way. Amazon's the same way.
Amazon.
Amazon. is the same way. Google is no longer that because they broke everything apart and put it under Alphabet, so they're all running independently from each other. So I guess Facebook is reaching this point where if Mark Zuckerberg doesn't control and maintain trust with the shareholders,
They will consume him.
yeah, it's going to get dismantled.
Consume.
Zuckerberg, you need 4 face Buddha.
And you trying to promote your Facebook franchise.
Facebook.
Come to Thailand. We are opening one soon.
We should buy a franchise for Malaysia,
Facebook.
for Facebook.
Okay.
Next up, Twitter. Your bird just fly.
Twitter, you know, bird.
Twitter also lost stocks value during their second quarter financial report. They lost about 20%, which is about $5 billion.
Wow, that's a lot of birds.
Like spare change, right? Compared to
Yeah.
compared to
Yeah,
Facebook's.
it's not-
This was a result of Twitter's campaign to reduce fake and offensive accounts. I think it's the same
okay.
issue also.
Yeah, but with Twitter, they actually very prominently say that this is what they're doing. Twitter wants to do this. They've been talking about this for a long time, and they actually warn everyone about this. So I guess in a way, the shareholders were quite prepared for something like this. Whereas Facebook is like the shareholder is complaining. They say that the statement that was made about the roadmap was misleading. They did not disclose the slowing revenue growth when they were supposed to disclose slowing revenue growth. And then when they were faced with declining active users, they did not report it as well. Whereas Twitter always has been telling the news and press about it, like, we are planning to do this, we're planning to remove 70 million accounts between May and June, and we're planning to remove about 1 million accounts per day. So they are very
Clear.
transparent about this, and
So Zak has something hiding in the closet.
yeah. So in a sense,
You know how our grandmother hide money in on the pillowcase or something.
okay. So let's just say, right, if we were to compare Facebook and Twitter stock value, right?
Yeah.
We know that Facebook is going to increase. If you have a bunch of cash and you go to Wall Street, and Twitter lost 20% of market value, Facebook lost 24% of market value. In terms of percentage, it's about the same, right? If you have one stack of cash, and if you were to invest in one of the company, knowing that it will rebound, which one would you invest in?
Which one would I invest in?
Yeah.
I'll still put 70% in Twitter, 30% in Facebook.
I think I'll go for Twitter.
Twitter?
Yeah.
Diversify. I think he put 70, 30. I'll put maybe like half.
But what's your rationale for this?
Depending, because in the end of the day, the risk of Facebook is still huge.
Yeah.
So let's just say if risk of Facebook is huge, if let's say in case of loss my risk management for I only lost 30%. But if I gain double.
And
as compared to Twitter.
looking at the trend now everyone is like looking at Facebook like that. It's like one small mistake, it will be
And
blown out of
everything
proportion like
collapse.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking lah.
Now,
I'm thinking.
now the Facebook punya the graph, the share is still going down.
Yeah.
It has, we don't know how deep it goes some more. So we need to wait until it rebounds first.
Yeah.
The first level or second level rebound, then only we tap into Facebook. Yeah, because if not we buy here, then it rebound like lower and lower. Then by the time you come back here, hello.
Yeah.
I would put everything on Facebook.
You
Yeah.
put everything on Facebook.
Because for the simple rationale that Twitter has no business model.
True.
Twitter has no future. Whatever Twitter is now will be
Selling a bird has no future.
unless someone comes over and turns it around and turns it into gold. But at this
That's
point
the
of time,
phoenix.
Facebook has reached a
Yeah.
point where it will not die
Yeah.
because it is important. It is a crucial platform for reporting, for journalism, but it does not have anything else up its sleeves. So it is already reaching that point where it is turning from a growing product into a mature product. And mature products will not grow. It will just stay where it is, right?
True.
Whereas Facebook is the biggest social media company in the world. Facebook carries Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger along with them. And Facebook is still continuing to grow, to change, to develop new stuff. To be fair, most of the stuff they've developed are all stolen from elsewhere. But as long as
Apple
They made it.
also.
But
As
they
long
have
as there is-
so much going on.
yes, there's so much going on. Even if 20-30% of what they put over what they introduce become a success, that's an really massive growth for
Yeah.
Facebook. So and 2.5 billion people are on Facebook, and I think this dip that they are experiencing is very temporary.
Yep.
Even if you buy now and if it continues to drop, if you hold it long enough, it will grow back to its normal price and it will overshoot its normal price. So
True.
based on that rationale, I will put everything on Facebook.
I mean, that's why I put 50% there. At least 50% in Twitter, I still have some safe money there. So 50% because Facebook will grow.
Yeah.
Basically,
You go,
do
but I
everything.
trust you.
Go bird.
Bluebird will do this.
They fly the money.
Alright.
Okay, let's take a. Oh, I'm putting advertisement quite early this time around, I think. So let's take a little break for some advertisement.
You see that
This is a new advertisement. They tell you that selling on Lazada is easy as ABC, but they didn't say how complicated it becomes once you start selling. Hey, don't do that! He's trying to delete all my content.
Yeah, dude.
There are,
Alright.
there are a lot of complicated algorithms and games to play in order just to be seen by potential buyers on this massive marketplace. At Virtual Peddlers, we experiment on ourselves and learn firsthand how it's done before we help our clients out. VP Commerce is an experimental platform where we sell products on Lazada and learn the game at the same time. Search for VP Commerce at Lazada and get a 10% discount on all our products today!
It's 10%. We all got ours, by the way.
Sorry. Valid until 15th of August.
15th of August.
Yes.
There, you heard it here.
Ta-da!
Back to our stories.
More Facebook! Alright. Facebook prepares for unskippable ads in their stories.
In your face.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we just reported that one of the reasons Facebook lost money is because they couldn't make enough money on stories as they do on newsfeed. So naturally, Facebook will want to start making more money from stories. One of the ways you're going to do this is by making ads on stories unskippable. The TechCrunch report says this will be implemented on Facebook stories, but we're pretty sure they will also bring it to Instagram too.
So we did say, right? We did just talk about it.
Yeah.
That one of the reasons why they lost money, they lost profits, was because
Stories.
of stories. They don't have enough ad slots on stories. So, show of hands, who of us have been skipping ads on Instagram stories? Oh, that's all of us.
Although we're digital marketers.
So what happens if they make it unskippable?
In your face.
I will just
In your face.
I will just click I'll come back
Technically,
later.
it's always like how I consume stories is that, I select a few friends. So let's say Weihan and JK and you, like, I'll watch your stories, but it's not
Yeah.
always together.
Yeah.
It's not always side by side. So I'm like, oh, Weihan's one, I watch, then finish, put down, like scroll down so it closes. And that's how I consume stories. I just
Oh, you don't let it go.
No, I don't
from
let
start
it
to
run
finish.
because
I also don't let
I
it
find it
run
a waste
as
of
well.
time. Like I only want to find out for a few people what's going
Oh,
on.
okay,
So I'm
okay.
like, okay.
So I think
then-
you should mute the ones that you don't want to hear from.
Not really. It's just it's not that I don't want to see it, but I just
But
like
you don't
nah,
like.
I'm not very
Don't
close.
like.
I'm not interested.
Yeah, I'm not
You,
interested.
you
in it.
realize that in this entire conversation, JK's name didn't appear.
What JK's name?
Do you
didn't
not
appear?
like to watch JK's
No,
stories?
I watch his stories too.
Sorry, I didn't
He
watch
posts the
yours.
most. But yeah, he posts the most weird shit.
So let's say if you watch stories one at a time, chances are you may not be hit by
Ads.
Bus.
ads.
Unless
You keep watching
Unless
stories.
there are 5 friends that I want to watch, that I always watch, and they're all side by side, like continuous, then I'm like, no ads.
Okay, unless if they were to slot the ads in between
Your
The stories of the person?
Yes, because Snapchat does this. They actually slot the ads in between the stories.
Oh really?
Yes, not in between people's stories, but
In between that person's
that
story.
person's story
Mine tak
slots.
kena wo.
Yeah. So you didn't get it for Snapchat?
No.
Okay, maybe they don't target you. But yeah, I get that a lot. So they could be doing the same thing. And this difference is now that we cannot skip them. So we get to see those annoying Milo ads that
But I like Milo.
because I get it a lot, the Milo ads.
Milo.
Why Milo?
I
get it a lot.
BTS
You
more.
like Milo,
Well, you did
it
just
doesn't-
drink Milo.
Yeah, but they don't know I'm drinking Milo, do they?
Well,
Ding ding ding.
Oh my
What
god,
have you been
Facebook, you're
typing?
listening to me on my phone.
Discord is
Your
Discord.
phone's
Discord.
they have the gusto sensor already.
The gusto sensor.
It sense your
Sense of smell.
Yeah. So like, oh, you like this one, so I can give you more.
That's creepy.
But okay, let's say let's say right now, stories, Instagram stories and Facebook stories is a very simple structure, right? It's just one story after another, and I would assume there is no other place for them to place an ad except in between story slots, right?
Yeah.
So unlike newsfeed structure where there are so many areas to put the ad, like even in the video itself, there's always this notification that says your ad is starting soon and things like that. But stories, you don't have it. So how many slots can you actually have for ads? Usually Facebook keeps to this idea where for every 3 posts, they do 1 ad post.
Yeah.
The only thing they can do is increase the frequency of the post. So there is no other way for them to make money besides that. Or do they? What if they put a little, like those little those little Google cards, those display cards at the bottom.
Yeah.
Down there.
All your stories, there's a little card, floating card with an X at the corner.
That is so annoying.
Yeah.
Taking.
I think that will completely destroy the experience.
Do you think more shareholders will pull out that way?
I don't know. I mean, shareholders are focused on, they're interested
Revenue.
in revenue, right? So
They
the
don't
more
care.
ad slots they have, the better.
Yeah.
But then again, active users is also a very important thing.
Yes.
If you put too many ad slots, users will get annoyed and they will leave. They'll go elsewhere.
Yeah.
So they have to find a balance where they give just enough, but not too many.
Reminds me of what Chen Hao said. Both also shit decision. Which
one is more shit?
Which one is shittier?
Less shittier.
Less shittier.
Right.
Balance of shit and shittier.
Next up, YouTube adds vertical video adaptability to their web player. If you can't fight it, join it, right? So since vertical format video is the new thing, it only makes sense that YouTube jumps into the bandwagon as well.
Let's watch it.
What they're doing now is they're actually turning the laptop to you have to move your laptop vertically.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost a lot. So anyway, what YouTube is doing now is that it actually enlarges the videos that they think are taller than usual, which are vertical videos, and then they are replacing the black bars with white color. So it gives you the impression that it's actually a vertical video, but it's kind of like quite a smart way of doing this, where instead of doing the entire swapping into vertical, what it does is,
Expand.
if it's usually what it does is even by 16 by 9, right?
Yeah.
You see the vertical and then the side is all a black bar,
Yeah.
right? So what it does is if they can sense this kind of ratio, they expand the video
Yeah. The
height,
height. Yeah.
and then they replace the black bar with white. So
Okay.
it gives you the impression that it's actually a vertical video when it's actually
Okay.
not.
Okay, at least they don't.
It's quite a smart way of doing
lengthen
it.
I mean, I've consumed one of the YouTubers' video. She did it in a vertical manner on YouTube. Name is Jen Chia. I don't know if you know her.
No.
Alright. She does a lot of YouTube videos most of the time. Apart from that, she's just a MC or hostess, something
Okay.
like that. But anyway, she did that once, and when I consumed the video, it was like really tiny, like your normal
16 by 9
yeah,
format,
it was like that. Unless if I want to watch the entire length of it, I have to enlarge it. Then only it came out like that.
Oh, okay. So the only way for you to trigger that version is
Yeah.
if you enlarge the thing.
So now with the new update like this,
Yeah.
I think it's much better instead of me having to enlarge the whole thing to
Maybe?
fit the screen.
Yeah. So this is good. And what we are doing now is, if you're actually watching the video, this is the first time we are shooting it entirely on vertical. So we don't know this yet, but by the time you watch this video, you would have already known. We would have already known if we were to upload this thing onto YouTube, will it automatically create a vertical video format or not?
Yeah.
well, you will let us know and we will let you know.
If not, then you have to watch it.
Yeah, then you gotta watch
Turn your laptop.
I'll turn the laptop to look like a book. Yes.
Like what JK did.
Yeah, it's called a MacBook for a
MacBook.
reason. Yeah, I'm opening a book.
Puns. Your puns.
JK.
Wow.
All right, next up.
So lastly, Facebook, guess what? They have 2.5 billion users collectively. So that is a huge number, right? Right.
Yeah.
Right. But it is the collective number of users in all Facebook's platforms. So Facebook platforms such as Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger. So if you were to actually break down, right, Facebook has 2.23 billion monthly users. Instagram has 1 billion. WhatsApp has 1.5 and Messenger have 1.3. So let's just say for myself itself, we can't say like Facebook has 2.23 plus 1 billion plus 1.5 plus 1.3 because one user can have actually 3 or 4
Yes.
platforms.
Yep.
So that is why Facebook.com Facebook sendirian whatever it is. Facebook company has a total of 2.5 billion users using the 4 platform. So all in all, Facebook is still the social media platform with the highest number of users.
Actually, this is the first time ever that Facebook has broken down the user list according to
Yeah.
platform. Because previously they always say Facebook has 2.5 billion users, but they don't tell how is it broken down
Yeah.
because there are so many duplicates, right? A Facebook user will be using Instagram and WhatsApp. I mean, I use all 4. So
Yes, I use all.
yeah, you use for all 4.
Messenger
Are you on
also.
all 4? Active user meaning that you at least use it once in a month.
I don't use Messenger so much because I find it very cluttered.
But have you used it in the past month?
Yes.
So you're an active user. So we are all statistically we are all four platforms. So let's say assuming if 50% of people actually are on all 4, and this is greatly inflated number because
like times 4.
yeah, exactly. So let's say that if all Facebook users are also on Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger, that means we
That's
only have
not-
2.23 billion users. That 1.5, 1.3 are actually not valid. So, but even so, 2.23 is a huge number.
Yeah.
It still makes up the biggest chunk of
Big
usership.
enough lah. So probably they just want to tackle like,
User base.
people saying like that I'm leaving Facebook. Like, hello, you're welcome in Instagram.
Bye.
So technically
you
it's not
know,
leaving.
like, bye.
I'm leaving Malaysia. If you're from KL, you move to Penang. Malaysia.
Oh my god.
You know, this kind of thing.
Yeah, and they're on WhatsApp, and
I
they're on
do-
Messenger.
I do have friends that left Facebook but they're still in Instagram.
Yeah, so that's into Facebook.
But the thing is, to be fair, they leave Facebook not because they hate Facebook, the company. They leave Facebook
Because they don't like the platform.
they are annoyed by the Facebook, the platform.
Yeah, it's very cluttered.
Yeah. But that said, right, even though Facebook is still making money from us on Instagram and Messenger, they don't do ads on WhatsApp, so they don't make money on WhatsApp. But they make significantly less money on Instagram and Messenger compared to Facebook.
Yeah.
So that will make a huge difference. Yeah, huge impact. Yep. Yep. Weihan, do you have anything for us this week?
Wow, this week it's okay. I've been studying Google Ads. So yesterday I studied automated bid strategy. So by default, Google Ads sets you for maximum clicks. Most of the marketers would actually advise you not to do it. But I found out that there's a reason on scenarios that you can use it to analyze the behavior of users. Maybe you launch a new website, you just want to see how they maneuver around and stuff like that, for A/B testing also. And then it's also good for. It's basically a good tool for new companies to analyze their consumer
Okay.
So
How would they analyze the consumer? Like what?
But you have
data
to
would they
track
get?
lah. Basically, you have to track with Google Analytics.
Okay. What kind of information would they get?
Demographics, behavior, age group, and stuff like that.
So technically, what they would do is they would run an advertisement with automatic bidding,
Yeah,
right?
with
And then they
maximum
would
clicks.
with maximum clicks.
So that you drive more traffic in. Ma.
Okay. So the purpose of maximum click is to generate as many clicks as possible,
Yes.
and you only pay Google when there's a click,
Yes.
right? And so, is this targeted or not?
It's targeted.
Okay.
Targeted audience is just that your bidding strategy is automated maximum clicks.
Okay. So instead of
Yeah.
impression, instead of
other stuff.
okay.
So this is mainly for just to understand your consumer better.
But in order to start, you need to create a target audience first, right? So you would have already targeted them, created targeting filters.
Maybe also I remember it's for A/B testing. Let's just
Okay.
say you have one set already, and then you want to see whether you are targeting correctly or not. So you use this strategy. Maybe you allocate like a small budget of it. Then you see whether it fits into the behavior that you think the audience is or not.
Okay.
So it's I think it's a lot for A/B testing.
So you attach it with Google Analytics, and then
Yeah.
Google Analytics will be able to find out
Yeah,
the
where they go
information for
and
you.
stuff.
Just as an information to you guys here, Google AdWords and Google Analytics are actually two different platforms, not the same, but they can work together, provided there is a bridge that links them together. In which case, this is the strategy that we are talking about, using Google Analytics to extract information that is collected through an advertisement.
And also for I remember it mentioned that let's just say you launch a new product, like some flying modem or something like that. let's just say that, because then people will not know about the product because it's new. So you probably have very low keyword search.
Yeah.
So
Flying
this
modem, yeah.
this will allows them to test on things like that, and feedbacks and product improvement, website improvement, and also behavior lah. So these are just one of the strategy. Some marketers uses it,
But why do marketers say it's not a good thing to use
because
automatic bidding?
because some people will just click and then exit ma, or accidentally click, and then it just maximizing click only ma. So you don't know whether the person actually converts or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's good for traffic lah. Maybe from initial you just want to get a bunch of people going in only.
Yeah.
Yes. I think it's from my understanding is A/B testing is the core of how useful this is.
So what happens is that once let's say if you were to run one ad like this, maximize clicks, right? So if you attach the tag manager to the checkout cart, which means that the click action is recorded at the checkout cart, or not checkout, but to put what is this called, to add to cart. Let's say if you have e-commerce system, if you were to add to cart, so each time someone adds this product that you're advertising into their cart, you are registering it as a click. And if they do not take action, which means that they do not buy from there, what you can use Google to do is you can use Google to run a retargeting advertisement on this group of people who abandon your cart. Give them a 20% off and try to entice them to make the purchase.
It's like intent marketing
Yeah.
or something.
I think
Yeah.
it can be used also to see which products.
It's not intent marketing, it's actually remarketing.
Remarketing.
Intent marketing is for people who have intention to buy something. Let's say they have intention to buy flying modem. but they are also considering swimming modem and land modem. So So they have an
really
intention
cool
to get a
if we have
modem.
a flying modem in our office.
Yeah, I mean, why not, right? Because then it brings Wi-Fi to wherever you are going.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like what broadband is doing right now. What wireless broadband is doing right now.
Because now I'm studying Google Ads and it's quite interesting. Like certain things, you can just tweak it around and it give you a different strategy altogether.
Yeah, it's interesting to the point that you stay up until 2 a.m. watching all the tutorials.
I was
Yeah.
like, wow, what's next?
Oh, I know what can flying modem do already. Give Wi-Fi for plane users.
Yeah, why not? They can fly next to the
connect
plane.
to the what is this called? Longitude air what air height
Yeah.
I thought plane got Wi-Fi already.
Some don't have but why you get Wi-Fi for all planes that pass through this?
I think
You
all
probably like
planes
the
kinda-
No, actually, that what would be a good idea is if you were to launch a balloon to a height that is higher than the plane's travel height, and then you let the balloon transmit
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi to everyone.
Because land is optic fiber, so the wireless will
Exactly what
connect to the
Google is
balloon.
doing.
Then the balloon will go to the whoever plane is. Okay Then next time in future you have this
Okay lah, we go
flying house.
We
Dominate
we launch a Kickstarter program.
This is not the movie up.
every single level houses.
So next week we will talk more about the bid strategy in more details that one of it I find is very kiasu.
Okay. Well, yeah, why not?
Okay.
All right, so that's all we have for this week. Is that all? All there?
Yep.
All right. So thank you for listening to Social Media Weekly, episode 31st July 2018.
You look
She's
at me.
looking at me with this weird eyes now.
Why you
saying,
look at me?
I will sure say August, but I did not say July.
Merdeka
Let's
spirit.
see. Let's see. He remembers the channels.
Oh, no. You can catch Social Media Weekly in Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, we're on Anchor, and some other podcast apps that you get all your podcasts. And we are also on YouTube, website, Instagram, and Facebook as well. So listen to our stuff, listen to us talk. Most of the time, yeah, we are supposed to
automate this next time.
we are 95% bull and 5% sense anyway. So rate us 5 star if you really like us. Rate us 3 star if you like us half. And leave a comment on how we can improve. Leave us 1 star or no
Don't
star
hate
if
us.
you don't
hate
like us. And also leave a comment to see how we can improve.
Yes.
Alright, thank you very much for listening. I am Sean.
JK here.
I'm Rehan.
Faustina here.
Bye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.